Hi, this is Mark from LongIslandWatch.com. Oh, maybe it was about 2 years ago, I'm guessing, that Damasco released the DC 86 chronos. And I did a review on one that I personally had. So I feel like it's time for a little revisit since I got, I think, 3 or 4 of them now in the store, including one of the black plated or coated cases. So they're really nifty. I want to go over them. Also, I have the new DC 72 that they came out with. So I'll go over those really quickly. Maybe not too quickly, but it'll be fun because they're really nice watches. In my own pilot's knot, I'm wearing that Junkers pilot's watch again on one wrist. On the other wrist, I'm not going to show you the dial because it is work in progress. It is an Islander. Probably see this, I'm guessing, hopefully towards the end of 2021. These should hit. Really nice. You'll see them eventually. Anyway, let's check out the Damasco. So I have about 5 watches to show you today. The DC72, which is the new one. This was released about a month or so ago. And then a whole bunch of DC86 chronographs, which I'll get to in a few minutes. I want to start with the new guy. So the DC70 and 72, you may guess if you're a Damasco fan, is much like the DC80 and 82. It just lacks the bezel. Okay, so same chronograph functionality. It's a two-handed watch with a center seconds chronograph and center minutes chronograph, but no running seconds. Has the date. The DC70 will not have the date. Let's go into the specs real quick. So it's 41 in diameter, 14.5 thick to a slightly domed sapphire crystal, of course with AR. Just shy of 50 on the lug tip to lug tip. You have lug holes for easy strap changes. It is a 20 millimeter lug. Comes on this nice black leather strap. Price on this guy is around $2,700. It is Damasco's C51 movement, a top performance ETA movement or Valjoux movement that Damasco has went in and modified to be center seconds and center minutes. See the strap and stuff. Let's check out the case back, and then we'll get into the operation of it. You can read all the German on the back. I've gone through this before on my other Damasco videos. 100 meters of water-resistant stainless steel, sapphire glass, all that good stuff. Start the chrono. Right, depress the top right pusher. It is a screw-down crown. And then after approximately 1 minute, after 1 minute of running, this center chronograph minute hand will advance 1 tick. So it's a 60-minute chronograph, which is while it's running. Let's zoom in on the dial. It's a beautiful dial, as Damasco does. Very simple, black and white, nothing else. Crosshairs, it just looks really sweet. Simple Damasco name and the D at the top. Made in Germany, emblazoned on the bottom. Signed crown, and of course it is in that classic Damasco. They're hardened steel, so it's super duper tough. Won't take on scratches very easily at all. But combine that with the sapphire crystal, you have a watch that looks like new for a very long time. DC72 has the date. DC70, which I don't have yet, will have no date. Date's done very unobtrusively, though. They did a great job. Watch the chronograph minutes as we round the top. Boink. 1 minute has elapsed. Stop. Reset. So that's the DC72. Price, as I said, was $2,700. Now, of course, not cheap at all, but Damasco's not inexpensive watches. So then I have a whole bunch of DC86 to show you. Now, I own one of these, as I said. I've got, let's see, so I've got 4 here. 3 of them are in steel, 1, 2, 3, and these are around $3,600, and then the black plated one, done in their usual, high-tech Damask coating and stuff, super duper resistant, is around $3,800. While Damasco makes bracelets for these guys and these, they still do not make a black bracelet. I believe they cannot get the technique right so that it will resist scratching on all the links. Very tough to do. So to date, only steel bracelets for these guys, not for the black guys. So let's pick them up and start around. So I will start with the regular black and white. This is the DC86. No green, no orange, no black case, no adornment to it. Straight DC86. 42 millimeters in diameter. Okay, it's just shy of 44 if you're looking for bezel diameter. Look at the aggressive cutting on the bezel. Beautiful. 14 thick, or just shy of 14, to a slightly domed sapphire crystal with AR, of course. 50 millimeters lug tip to lug tip. We lose the drilled end lugs on this model. Solid screw down case back. 22 millimeter lug width, so you can put any 22 millimeter strap on it that you want. If you want a bracelet, you really got to use Damasco's bracelet because it matches the coloring perfectly and their lugs match the case perfectly. Yeah, their bracelets are like $700 or something crazy, but are they worth it? Oh, they're really, really, really good, and they resist scratches. In my opinion, they make the watch. Take into account that when you're putting a $600 bracelet on a $3,600 watch, it's not really the end of the world. But if you have like a $1,000 or $1,200 DA watch and you're putting a $600 bracelet on it, I get it. It's half the cost of the watch. It's a little crazy, but they make a great bracelet. 100 meters of water resistance, screw down crown. So this is their C51-6 movement, which is another top grade movement, 50-hour power reserve. This is a heavily, heavily modified 7750. They've taken, well, chronograph seconds are always in the center on a Valjoux, but now they've taken minutes, and minutes are now center mounted. Took the third wheel and made it into a 24-hour meter. Running seconds gets a place over here now, and elapsed hours are down here up to 12. I opted, these are all bidirectional bezels, I opted for them all to have 1 to 12 hour bezels. I felt the second time zone was more important here than a diver's bezel. I don't see people using this as a diver's watch. And if you want to time minutes, well, it times minutes excellent. The more we look at watches, we know if the minute hand is over here at 47 minutes. We don't need to look at it, so that was my rationale, why I got them all in the, I feel like the dual time zone is just more useful for people. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. Operation, so you, just like before, you click it, second hand starts, you have center chrono minutes here, and then you have elapsed hours down here. It is a 12-hour counter. We're not gonna wait until the hour starts moving, but let's just zoom in on the dial. Again, like that other watch, super clean, super neat, beautifully executed. Simplicity in design. Do you even notice that the date is there? I mean, it's crazy how the date, very camouflage, but yet it's there. It blends in very, very well. Case back one more time. Nice strap. We'll zoom out a bit. We'll let that keep running. And then I'll show you, so here's the one I own. Well, this isn't mine. This is from stock. I put mine on a more of an orange strap, but it comes on the Hirsch Robbie. Roughly same price, a couple bucks more for the strap. But this has the orange accents, which I dig. I really like it. There goes the chronograph minutes. Boink. Put that guy aside. For the pop of orange here, they did the strap. They do the bezel pip. They do, what's we want? I don't know if it's running. Is it running? Barely. Let's give it a little juice since we're going to activate the chrono. Okay. So you'll see that running, chrono seconds, chrono minutes have the orange accent, as does chrono hours, which all just makes sense because it is everything attached to the chrono is showing you orange. So that's great, and I dig that, and I think this looks sweet. But then I see what they did to the green one, and I think this is what they should have done to the orange. And I feel like this subdial down here should have been orange. I don't know why they didn't. It almost looks like an oversight, but I'm sure it is intentional. I just like the way this goes with the green seconds, the green minutes, and then the green hours, and the subdial for the hours is green. Oops, I keep catching my glove in it. The subdial for the hours is green as well. See that? Looks really slick. This is the steel one again, so 3600, 3600, 3600. And then the last one I'm going to show you is the green again, but then in getting all their damask treatment, the black treatment. Oh my god, so cool looking. I'm not sure about the strap on this one. Obviously 22 millimeter, tons of options, whatever you like, but a little too far, right? This looks killer in the black dress. Very, very, very nice. I guess we'll do Lume and then we'll try them on. So here is that first DC86 I showed you. The chrono hands are not loomed on any of them. Just the time, the hours and minutes. Oops, I get this guy out of the way. Very easy to read, though. Really nice. C1 Lume, that's why it kind of looks whitish in the day, and it glows very nice and green. And then that DC72, again, done in C1 Super Lume. So very easy to read, and again, very white during the day, and very green when it shines at night. Here we go with that DC72 on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. What was this guy? 41? Yeah, 41. And then 40, just shy of 49? Yeah, just shy of 50, excuse me, lug tip to lug tip. Fits me great. Very comfortable. Very light, very cozy. Wears bigger, I believe, than the size belies because the lack of a timing bezel. Very nice. So as I said before, I wear a DC86. I really feel like I need to get the bracelet for it. I think it'll really, notch it up a bit. But it is a behemoth of a watch. Still looks great. They do an amazing job of conveying a ton of information in a small amount of space. And then, of course, the look. The look of Damasco is just so uni-purpose. It's there for one thing, it's to tell time, and it does a great job at it. So easy to read. And that'll do it. This has been Mark from LongIslandWatch.com, showing you a bunch of new Damasco chronos. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Questions or comments, put them down below, and I'll be sure to address them as soon as I can. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.